I have learned along this way that the more you shine, the more shadows you cast. It just goes hand in hand. That's the price for all of this.
Today is an all-new video from Master Shi Heng Yi, talking about when you become a leader or a voice, or you are sharing a positive message, that sometimes there is a downside to that. There are hard times to that. It is difficult. It's not always easy to be the positive person. It's not always easy to try and help people. It's not always easy trying to share your message. And this video is a very interesting insight into Master Shi Heng Yi. And I actually feel like it's a very interesting video that may apply to many of you guys who watch our videos. Today's video was made possible with mulligan.com, and you guys have been buying the journal ready for 2023. So if you go to the website right now and use code 2023, it's buy one, get one free on all journals in the basket. So thank you so much. And also the hoodies and t-shirts are on offer as well. That made our film crew get out to Germany and to be able to film this whole production. So thank you so much to you guys. But before that, for anybody who is out there trying to share a positive message, for anybody there who is a beacon of light for people, as Master Shi Heng Yi says, you will cast shadows and it may be difficult. And here is some help and some insight from the Master himself, Master Shi Heng Yi. Let's jump into the video. Please also go show some support at shaolin.online, where you can get free and more resources from Master Shi Heng Yi. We've walked around the temple today, and we've spoke about how you go to great lengths to make sure that you are preserving the message, and you're doing it in your way. And how important that is. Like, that's something I'm interested in, but also how this message itself has struggled to survive throughout history anyway. We spoke about temple fires last time, and how it's been passed through disciples and masters to try and get to this place where we are today. Yeah, I'd just love to hear some backstory on that, and how it's got to where it is today, and also how you intend on moving it forward.
What I know is, when people receive some type of knowledge, that knowledge can be very, very powerful. There is knowledge out there that just gives you the ability suddenly to see for yourself what you are capable of. Now the question for me is, if I would like to run any type of system, if I would like to establish some type of structure, I don't want that everybody inside the structure does what he thinks he wants to do. It just would not work. So now the problem is, in the moment where you are receiving some type of knowledge and you for yourself can understand your potential, I think it's not wanted. So based on that, it was unwanted after some time that the real knowledge, that the real methods are being shared to too many people, not just in China, but worldwide. I think it's still nowadays like this. There is some type of knowledge people don't want that it's getting out there. Why? Because after you have this type of knowledge, after you practice and develop yourself, you cannot be controlled anymore. You cannot be influenced so easy anymore. Why? Because you see for yourself what you can do and what you can't do. You don't need to listen for anybody to tell you what you are able of and what you are not capable of. This is what it means to bring out the potential of someone. Which potential? The potential to express yourself. If you don't realize that potential inside of yourself, what you can and what you can't, other people will tell you. other people will put you in that category where they think you would be useful for. Yeah, but this is not what I think is the intention and the purpose of you living this life. I think for all of us, living this life means you have the right, in a way, to self-express yourself as long as you don't harm other people along this way. So this complete knowledge and at the same time the methods that were strengthening, hardening and making your body become a weapon, this combination is deadly for any system. You're a good fighter and you're intelligent and wise. You know what you are mentally and physically capable of, and your body is at the same time strong. It's the worst combination. Nobody can tell you something. So, and this is why it's a big jump right now. But there is the time where the practical, where the practice of the martial arts was forbidden. And now, based on that, I don't want to go too deep into it because sometimes these are legends, sometimes they are fairy tales, I don't know. But some movements of the traditional martial arts styles, for example, sometimes you see that it looks like a farmer's job. Because it is said that this type of fighting techniques were hidden inside the farmer's job because they couldn't publicly practice their kung fu. They needed to hide their training in, let's say, daily activities where nobody could witness this. I cannot tell you if it's a legend or not. It's out of question that there are practices still existing nowadays that definitely have some similarities. And yes. But the main idea is that there was a time where all of this practical approach was forbidden, and and that was at the same time also the point where I think it happened that the majority of knowledge that once was hidden inside those walls started to spread into the world. And this is why you don't find it anymore where you think it is. It maybe slowly is coming back again, but it's still out there right now. And like I initially also said, what is another mission of this monastery? It's the same like it is 1,500 years ago. Collecting knowledge, this time it just means we have to recollect it because it's lost. And number two, educating the youth. But educating the youth, now it's our novices, the master students, and the disciples, and everybody who in a way is now in contact with this temple. With what goal? Give the power back. Give the power back that people have. Because I can already feel people don't like what I do. Some people don't like what I do. I know it. But that's just the way how it is. I have learned along this way that the more you shine, the more shadows you cast. It just goes hand in hand. That's the price for all of this. The more you go out, the more you are exposed in a way, the more silent, the more alone you are in other times. That's just the way how it is. And yeah, for the moment, this is the way how I would like to express all of this. Because I think on the long term, it is the way how we can also give something back.
It is always difficult trying to be a light for people, or being positive for people, or trying to help people. Because at the end of the day, you must do it without expectation. You must do it without no expectation of receiving anything back. Because if you do have those expectations, if you do have those thoughts and feelings, a lot of the time you can end up hurt. And that's okay, you know, that's something that we can deal with and we can learn. The other side of it is when people try and attack you for what you're trying to do, for your positive work. And I think this is sort of the message that Master Shi Heng Yi is talking about, especially the Shaolin message. It was attacked constantly, and still is, throughout the years, to try and destroy the teachings, you know, destroy the ways in which they were learning and the methods that they were teaching. And it lives on today because, as Master Shi Heng Yi has said to me, privately and publicly, the most important thing is not him, it's not you, it's not us, it is the message itself. And it is the message itself that will always live on if it is the right message. Guys, thank you so much for the support on these projects. We took our whole film crew out to Germany to be able to do this, and it was made possible at mulligan.com, where you guys have been buying the Not a Journal ready for 2023. So if you use code 2023 at the checkout right now, add 2 or 4 or 8 or however many at the checkout, then enter code 2023, and it is buy one, get one free on all journals. And the hoodies and t-shirts are on discount once they're in your basket as well. So anybody want to check that out and support us, thank you everybody who already has. I am so grateful and thankful. And if you made it this far, I'll ask one last thing, because if you've made it this far, you are a real OG of Mulligan Brothers, and I know you, for some reason, don't mind listening to my voice the whole time. But I wanted to say thank you. Some of you guys know about my son, Jacob, and some of you guys know about the charity that I have for my son, Jacob, and some of you went onto the website and bought the Still t-shirts. And we're so close now to having one headstone for a bereaved family. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. I've had people have reached out to me as well, talking about the loss of their child, about the loss of a loved one, and want to help with the charity in any way. So thank you so much to everybody who supported the Jacob Mulligan charity. The Still t-shirts are still available on mulligans.com, where 100% of those profits from those t-shirts will go to the charity, not to the content, and not the profit, sorry, all the money. So it's £20 currently. I think it's like $25 for a Still t-shirt. All of that money goes to the headstone, 100% of it. And I'm going to stop talking now, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you gained something from this message. Have a blessed and productive day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.